Fat Men on the March. It's one of your very best tables, Ed.
I like your friend. The other one's a little dotty, isn't he?
Maybe a little. But he can be great fun.
And he is beautiful.
Why all the nights? What are they up to?
Ah, it's something we started as children.
Perhaps if I behave myself, I'll get to take one of these home.
They're absolutely everywhere. Do you want to see? It's all her fault. Anne started it and then we all did them. We call them Fat Men Dancing.
This reminds me of someone I used to work with.
And now there's no escaping them. That's George. His sister Sonia disappeared a few days ago, so he's a little upset.
Well, you're allowed to put them absolutely everywhere you wanted. Nobody said no.
Almost everywhere. We were not allowed in those.
This is the shell line. We were not allowed to cross it.
Because those buildings were stuffed with all Papa's papers that he used for his books.
I bet you did cross it, though. You must have.
No, we never needed to. We never have. Even now, none of us. There were so many other places to play. Do you want to see where it all started?
We have time to go, don't we, Anne? Please? Say yes.
Yes, if we're quick.
Oh. Mr. Speaker! Oh, marvellous place to come to rehearse one's speeches. Point of order, Mr. Speaker. The honourable member must retract that immediately. Both the first part and the third part.
So this is where it all comes from. The stories we made up about chubby men doing heroic things.
They were all deeply flawed, our knights. Overweight and lazy.
We like them like that.
But they could be very brave when we wanted them to be. They slaughtered anyone who dared attack them.
Your father made some terrific speeches in the House of Commons. It's a pity he speaks so less often now.
Well, his health has always been delicate. That's why he takes more of a back seat now.
Yes, I've heard a lot about your papa. Heard he's the most charming man in England. Which makes me rather nervous. What if he doesn't like me?
Hello.
Happy birthday.
Oh, my. What a glorious homecoming. Anne, you've surpassed yourself. Absolutely surpassed yourself. You all have. Henry, you've met, of course. This is Joseph Borkham, a colleague of Henry's. Joseph, these are my children.
It is a delightful surprise to find it is your father's birthday.
Happy birthday, Papa.
Thank you. Need I ask your mother is still getting ready?
Naturally. But she did do all the flowers, of course.
Hector, very good to see you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And you must be Lawrence.
I am. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. And happy birthday.
Thank you. Well, you certainly live up to Anne's description of you.
Papa.
There's no easy reply to that.
What did he say? Did he say that he's one of the cleverest people in the Foreign Office and that I had better watch out because that is the truth?
Why are you here in these parts, Mr. Bolcom?
A little fishing. I was determined to get in some fishing, somehow.
How very sensible.
And coming here to such an ancient place, it's... Well, it's quite possible to think that all is right with the world. But it isn't, is it? We're not even sleepwalking towards disaster anymore, are we? We're actually going up to it and welcoming it with open arms.
Well, I've certainly been known to do that in my time.
Precisely in what way are we doing that?
I will tell you absolutely precisely. We're not content with letting Hitler march into Czechoslovakia and Austria. Now we're saying that's absolutely all right, old chap. Take some more countries if you really want.
Are we saying that?
Yes, we are. Hitler is intent on taking over the whole of Europe, and we are letting him do it so long as he doesn't bother us. It can't be allowed to go on. Forgive a statement of the blindingly obvious, or what I think is obvious, but evil has to be stood up to.
Yes, but of course one has to be in a position to do that. One has to have the means.
Oh, of course we've got the bloody means. Even if we have let Germany rearm, we mustn't exaggerate how strong she is. Under this current government, under Mr. Chamberlain, who I might remind you is my own leader, so I don't say this lightly, we are behaving as if we have to avoid war at absolutely all costs. So every day we do something that actually makes the situation worse.
Do you really think that is true? What did you have in mind?
Well, to give you just one example, I've heard rumours. I've yet to find out if they're true or not, but I've heard the most extraordinary rumours that we are trying to interest the Nazis in accepting a gigantic secret loan, which we will negotiate for them on the international markets, so they might turn their armament industry back to peaceful means. We are actually planning to give them money.
Well, that does sound truly bizarre, Hector.
Alexander here fought in the war, of course, and got wounded, so I don't criticise him, but not enough other people are speaking out. So it's clear it's up to young MPs, like me, to get rid of our present leadership, which is leading us straight towards our doom.
That is quite a claim you're making, Mr. Haldane.
Yes, and I'm very aware it isn't a popular thing to say. The present leadership will stand no opposition, no criticism of any kind. The present leadership view Mr. Churchill as dangerous because he would stand up to Hitler. He doesn't care at all about giving offence to the Nazis. So I feel I have to do everything in my power to make sure Mr. Churchill is not ignored.
Come on Thursday. The house will be empty in the afternoon. Can you come?
Yes. I'll still be at Cranmore, I can come.
Excuse me. Very pleasant evening. Thank you. Who is that man? Strange man.
Nothing more to say, I told you. You keep ringing me, and you've got to stop. You've got to stop this.
We're just reminding you, Mr. Haldane, of the
I know the information you've got. That information is private. Do you understand that? It's private. People do all sorts of things in their lives. Everybody knows that, and if I have, I have. I just want you to stop calling me. And my parents, you tried to call my parents. That is
We only
unforgivable.
wanted you to realize we meant what we said, and it is best for you
I'm
to
sorry,
listen to
I
us.
cannot believe that this is happening to me. I just want you to stop calling my parents. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? You have to engage in that. My father is ill. He cannot stand it. You've no right.